Rashmika, a very, very warm welcome to India today.
Thank you,
It is
sir.
truly so exciting to have you. Tell me, what are you making of this moment that you're in right now? Does it feel surreal? First of all, has it sunk in? And how does it feel? All these numbers being thrown at you 600 and 800 and 1000 and God knows what next.
It is truly special. Like you said, I'm just letting it sink in because it still hasn't sunk in. And it is most definitely a very, very surreal moment because everywhere I go, every step I take, I'm seeing the numbers, I'm seeing people shower me with so much love. And of course, like till now it was one thing, but Pushpa just changed the like entire narrative of it. So for me, it's a beautiful experience, and I'm trying to live this moment.
If I had to take you back in time to that narration or that time when you all were in that room and huddled and everybody's queued into what am I going to read? What is my line going to be? What's my scene going to be? What did it feel like? Because it's a very special film. It's not just a regular run of the mill film, right?
Because it was such a special film, we didn't have lines.
Oh, what do you mean?
So I think like Pushpa is a film where it was created on the spot. Like every line that we said was created on the spot. After getting the makeup and hair done, you go to the set and then you're like wondering, okay, what are my lines? What am I saying today? What am I feeling today? What is my character doing today? So those are the questions answered like 2 minutes before the roll of the particular take or the scene. So that was the fascinating thing about it because I think the only man who can do something like this is Sukumar sir, who's of course the writer and the director of the film. He's the only man who can do that on set and like deliver a craft which is this humongous. He's the only man.
But you don't look at figures when you make a film,
Correct.
right? But when you have Pushpa, which is a film that it became a national obsession, right?
Yes,
It became
yeah.
a part of our life.
Correct.
And everybody owns it. It doesn't matter from which part of the country you own. We sort of own the characters. We own Pushpa, we own Srivalli. We take a lot of pride in that. Did you ever sense, and how does it feel to then not have that pressure to play that character? Like, just run me through your mindset. Because if you have pressure to sort of meet expectations of how is Srivalli going to pan out this time, what will my fans think? How do you free yourself from all of these sort of webs or these pressures?
I think how I thought about it was me just surrendering to my director because after Pushpa 1, of course, we saw the reception of the film and we saw the love that we were getting. And of course, subconsciously, you know that you have to deliver like 100 times better in the sequel. But at the same time, like Pushpa, like we didn't know the story when we started off. We figured out the story as we were going by.
Wow.
So the only thing that as actors we could do is surrender to the director and say, "Sir, you take it forward. We know we can perform. We will perform. If you give us that opportunity, I know I can nail it. But I will trust my everything on you because you have created Srivalli. Today you're giving her life and you're showing it to the audience. So I'm not going to be worried about how I look, what I do, how's my performance. That's all on you, sir. But you have my absolute surrender." So that's it. That's the only thing I did on the set, and I knew that like Pushpa is such a special film for me that I knew that I wanted to live this moment. Like for me, between a action and a cut, nothing is in my brain. But the other times when I'm actually present on set, for me, I'm someone who will sort of talk about everything under the sun to my co-actor, of course, Allu Arjun sir, and ask some 2000 questions to Sukumar sir, not because I want to know like about, okay, what is she doing exactly at this point, like what her character is doing at that point. I know Sukumar sir is going to take care of all of that. I'm more interested in of him as a person. So I'm like, what are you thinking? What are you doing? Okay, where's your brain at? So I'm more of that. So I've had such a blast on Pushpa set. And that's why I said I'm already missing Srivalli because now I'm not being her, but I can see her go and like, get people's love. but at the same time I miss being her, you know, it's that.
It won't take too long. Trust me, it won't take too long before you go back to being that. But can we talk about feelings? I mean, the most toughest song that you've ever done. Also, when it came out, do you feel like there were polarized opinions and people were like, "How is she doing this? Is this really a song? Is this a dance?" Memes, and we live in this meme culture right now. We love it. So, how is it?
I was surprised. When I watched the video, I was like, "How am I doing that?" But also, Feelings sort of was the song which we shot in the ending of the film, right? Those are the last few days that we shot. And we were shooting, in fact, in the midst of the promotions, like Patna event and then Chennai event, we went and we were coming back and we were shooting the song. So it took us a lot because those are not easy steps. And so the concept of Feelings was that no frame is going with just Pushpa or Shivali. They're just together. Like every frame that you see, they're just together. And we're showing the romance between a husband and a wife in a most entertaining, energetic way. You know, so I think that was the concept, and we wanted people to feel the love. We wanted people to feel the high of the song. We wanted people to feel the energy of the song, and that's all we were thinking while we were shooting the song. And I remember not having rehearsals and telling Allu Arjun, sir, I have a phobia of being lifted.
Oh, okay. Like you've never been lifted on camera ever?
I'm not comfortable.
By a co-star?
Yeah, I just can't. I just freeze. I'm like, don't, Swami, I go into that space. But I remember Allu Arjun sir just saying, trust me, I'll take care of it. I will make sure that you'll not fall. And that I'm sure I'm applying it in life also. I'm like, you're never going to let me fall. But, you know, just having him as a co-star, having him as this partner that you have to, you know, shoot this song with was like just made it so much easier, yeah, honestly. Because having that phobia.
Were there any injuries?
Song like this,
were there injuries? Because it looks difficult. It was a lot of jumping and hectic and stressful.
So, like, we both have pulled our backs, sprained our wrist, sprained our ankle and everything. And there's this moment where, by mistake, I think my bangle sort of in that energy sort of hurt him on his hand and it started bleeding, which I felt terrible about. But yeah, those accidents will occur in a song which is so intimate. But yeah, we got it, and today people are talking about it and people enjoy it. That's the most important bit of it all.
You know, it's so beautiful. What we see in Pushpa happens very rarely when a co-star, we talk about chemistry so loosely, they have great on-screen chemistry, but when you talk about husband and wife, when you go in that space, then it becomes a very different, it's a very different on-set, right? Talk to me a bit about Allu Arjun, the actor, and the person that he is, because from whatever little access that we've had to him, we've seen his chats, he's such a well-read person. He can talk to you about anything under the sun. He reads a lot. He's very updated with what's the latest, in terms of the industry he's in. What's been your learning lesson? What have you taken back home from working with him on set?
See, honestly speaking, I've shot with so many days that it's not 1, 2, 3 topics that I take away from him. I'm learning from him every day. And like you said, he's such a well-read man. He's such an intelligent man, is why he's able to be who he is today. So I feel like I've learned a lot, and I'm saying a lot because I'm short on words, honestly. I don't know how to describe everything that I've learned from him or him as a man. But every day that I was on set and every scene that I've delivered today is all a good combination of Sukumar sir and him. Because when an actor gives you that energy, you make it tenfold and give it back. And then it becomes 100-fold and it's given back to you. So you're just like sort of, playing with each other's energy. You're just playing with each other's sort of, performance. And when you're able to do that with a good frequency now with each other, I feel like some magic like Shivali and Pushpa is possible. Of course, like you said, chemistry is something which is just said so loosely, But when you actually get a good chemistry, you can feel it. It's not something that you can see, but you can feel. Now you can't separate a Pushpa Raj and Srivalli. They are together. And that's only possible because of this sort of, chemistry felt in the tummy. So I think
Butterflies in
that's
your
a
stomach.
difference.
It's a different feeling.
It's a feeling. It's an emotion.
Mm.
You can't explain it. You can't put words on it. But you feel like, okay, it's a good chemistry.
Rashmika, you've had such an interesting journey as an actor. If you just look at all the films you've done, right? You've sort of reached a place where now you have this crazy fandom, right? Like everything you do, people shower you with love. They give you these tags like national crush, and we love that. I think it's a great tag to have. But talk to me a bit about certain boxes that you want to break, because sometimes with success there is a lot of scrutiny and there's a price that you have to pay because success is taken for granted. If there's failure, then people perhaps let that pass. Talk to me about your personal journey with that, coming from South, and then this whole people want to put somebody in a box and say, oh, she's just a South actor. But that's not the case anymore. We don't look at actors as North, South, East, West. Now it's just an Indian actor. You take pride when a film goes to Oscars. No, we don't look at which area they come from. A bit about that. Do you feel like people early on perhaps were wanting to push you in that space and now they're not?
See, I come from a space where I don't like putting boundaries on myself in terms of language, in terms of where I'm from, in terms of like what I'm able to deliver today. I'm someone who's greedy for love from North, South, East, West, India, outside, anywhere, internationally. I'm someone who works for it. And I know that when you want something, you got to work for it. And I work for it. So today, when you say that, okay, she's a South actor, I'm like, but I will, make cinema in Bollywood, and I will make cinema which has gone to everyone in the country, everyone internationally, it doesn't matter. I just don't like putting boundaries on myself. I'm someone who can dance. I'm someone who can perform. I'm someone who can fly around. I'm someone who can sort of like do anything. I can be under the water and I will convince you that, I'm a mermaid or aqua woman or anything. See, in the end of the day, I'm an entertainer. And my job is to entertain. The only way I can shower you with love that I'm receiving is through making these films, being a part of these stories. And tomorrow, if, like I'm said to play a sportswoman, I will be the part. I will look the part. I will do the part. So I don't like putting boundaries on myself. I don't like anyone putting boundaries on me. I work amazing on stress. I work,
Give it to me. Bring it on.
Yeah, I'm just like, I love it when there's chaos. I love it when there's stress. I work the best when I'm in chaos and stress. And I think people have seen it today. So even though I am from Coorg and I am from Karnataka, and of course my hometown is there, but I will reach your heart if you're in Delhi. Or I will, like, if you're from anywhere, if you're from, like, say, Patna, I will come and want to talk to you personally. And I want to make that connection with you. And that's what I'm working for. And today, when I'm seeing it happen, it makes me the happiest. It makes me so happy and so grateful and so proud of myself. Thank you, Swami. Thank you.
Yeah, Pushpa is a testament of the fact that there is no divide anymore. And I think you guys have done that. That's just beautiful, no?
Yeah.
With Gitanjali and Srivalli both, now they are with these alpha really strong men. And I like the fact that they both stand for their man. Okay, they will cut anybody who will come in that way, right? Do you feel that perhaps that perspective is not enough seen and it's mostly looked at from a toxic personality or masculinity or all of that? The fact that alpha men are getting to decide the narrative in a situation or a scene, while the women only get to sort of react to it. What is your take on that when people say that or assume it?
See, like when a story has been written, it can only be written from a man's perspective or a woman's perspective. So when you write a film from a man's perspective, it becomes a man-led film. If you write a film on a woman's perspective, it becomes a woman-led film. That's the only difference. You can make like the personalities or characterization of each of the like set personalities, of course, it's about how the director wants to show. And like, see, all of us humans have a good side in us and a evil side in us. Like, that's just being human. My mom used to say that the only thing differentiating you and me is our egos. Good ego or bad ego. We all breathe the same air, eat the same food, drink the same water. What is so different about you and me? The physical appearance, of course, that's how nature is, but it's our egos, right? So I'm like, when you make characters also, it's this character you're talking about. What his personality is, what his character is, it's on him.
Hmm.
What Pushparaj's character's personality is, it's him. It's like when you talk about toxicity and masculinity and all of that, it's their own personal traits. It's not like, see, people like this exist also.
Yeah, the way they are made, that's
Yeah.
their.
It's the like people like that exist. Of course, you can't go around killing 200 people. You'll be in jail. But like, of course, that is the cinema part of it. You come to cinema to watch cinema. You come to cinema to be entertained by a cinema. That's why we have the numbers we have today.
Yeah.
Like when you give people something which is a visual treat and some story like this, of course, you're fascinated, you're mind blown, and you're like, oh, that is a good cinema. And people are intelligent.
Yes.
People sense bullshit from a mile away. So when you try to bullshit on screen, you won't see the numbers. When you create cinema just for the experience and the visual treatment, people will come and watch. And that's the beauty of cinema. Like, bottom line is, I'm here to entertain. And I will entertain you. How we do it, in what degree we do it, that's a different topic. But I'm an entertainer, I'm an actor, I'm here to entertain. And I'm here to make you feel good in whatever degree.
We are all for it. Nobody's complaining on that,
Oh shit,
Rashmika.
I just gave one full bhashan about it.
No, we love it. What about a parallel universe if Srivalli had to have a spin-off? I mean, why not from her? You watch the universe from her POV, no? It's very interesting, her backstory.
Yeah.
And perhaps how she deals with characters who sort of enter her world,
Also,
the choices she makes.
Every story has been said already.
Yeah.
What is so different is, okay, what is happening in their point of view, in their perspective, in their okay, this is a different characteristics. How is he viewing the world? That's the only difference. He or she.
Moving on a little bit from Pushpa, I'm going to Sikandar, a film that I'm super excited for the fact that you and Salman are working together. I came upon this old video of you talking about working with Salman. Long back, you're like, I would love to work with him. And that's like, is it like manifesting things in real life, saying it out loud?
I'm telling you, I have surrendered to God, and whatever is happening today, it's all God. But shooting with Salman sir, I think, is so much fun. He's such a nice man. He's so he wants to take care of you. He wants to provide you with, one day I was really sick on set when I was shooting, and he's like, you want water, you want coconut water, I have coconut water. Get up. I'm like, no, I don't want anything. He's like, no, you should have coconut water, you should be hydrated. I'm like, and this is every day on set. He's like, you eat something, you drink something. I'm like, wow, okay. This is just so beautiful. So I'm really, really glad. Thank you God for making that happen.
He's a great co-star to have. Moving on, it's very difficult to move on from Pushpa, and I know Pushpa 3, people will start asking you these questions when you meet them, what's going to happen. What space are you in right now? Are you celebrating? Any plans to sort of celebrate, take time off, do something and celebrate the success of Pushpa? I know you're doing interviews now.
Right now, I'm just going to let the success of Pushpa sink in. And, because it's so surreal. It's something that I've never witnessed in my life before. And when it's happening in front of my eyes, when I'm associated with the team, when I'm part of the team, it just makes me feel like, okay, this is all happening. So I'm just going to let that sink in a bit. But right now, of course, there's one full happiness happening inside. And I'm like, okay, so this happened. And I go into the space of what next? Okay, what is the next thing that's happening? Is everything okay? Should I work on something? Should I not work on something? People liking it? People, okay, what are they liking about my character? If it's my performance, then I have to, better my performance next time. And things like
You
that.
take notes? Do you watch yourself on screen in theaters? Do you go to that?
As in, most of the time I'm shy. I don't like listening to my voice, so I'm a little shy. But Pushpa I've watched it twice.
Wow.
I'm someone who, keeping that being shy aside, I'm someone who can watch a cinema as a cinema. Like, just because I've acted in the cinema, like in the film, I don't.
You can detach and then watch.
Yeah, I can fully detach, and like all this whistle, scream, shout, dance, and all I can do. I'm a full cinema lover. So
I think go for it. I think whistles and claps and box office records are being broken at this point in time. I think Rashmika, it's your moment. Stay in it, embrace it, and wish you all the very best for the future.
Thank you so much.